Hello everyone, welcome back to FPL STAR. Today I'm going to discuss about an essential FPL strategy for your FPL team to do well in the mini league. So if you are new in this channel, please subscribe this channel and this video is going to be very helpful for you. So first dilemma is the fixture and the form. Sometimes we can see that a team has a very good fixture but they are not in good form, like last season at the last part of the last season, Manchester United had good fixture, but their form is not good. So, what should you consider? You should consider a team with good fixture as well as the player in good form. If both are identified, then you should go on them. And the second dilemma is a good fixture. A team has a good fixture, but you pick a player who has rotation risk. Like Manchester City now has a very good fixture. Grealish has a very good fixture, but he is in rotation risk. So you can consider him. If any of Manchester City player injured for a long time, then he will get time. But this season I think he will get time because he came from Aston Villa to Manchester City last season, but this season he is now 1 year old in Manchester City, so I think he will get time as some of the Manchester City player like Gabriel Jesus and other player has been transferred out from Manchester City, so I think Grealish can get some minute this season. And the other thing is that a team has a very bad fixture but the player is good, like you can say that this time the promoted team fixture are very bad, but Mitrovic performed very well in last championship. So you can not consider this because bad fixture is very bad. Sometimes we can see that player form decrease as the fixture is bad. So you shouldn't consider Mitrovic now. And the second essential strategy for your FPL team is the flexibility. To building in your FPL team, it should be flexible. Like your team should have a premium defender, should have mid-range defender and budget defender, and this will help your team to get your team balanced and to flexible if any injury happen or any change in player form, so you can adapt all. And so these things happen when you put your premium in all positions, like defense, Alexander-Arnold, in forward, like Haaland or Kane, and in midfield, Salah. Then it's very good for your team to be flexible. And you also need to be adaptable. This adaptable means that you go for two premium option like Salah and Son, but you can this thing can happen that forward are playing performing very well, like 7.5 million for performing very well, and you should get them, and you need to aware of that, and your team should be flexible enough to go to this move. And these are things. The third part of the FPL strategy is look at large scale. Like you are identifying a player for your team, but you consider less data for the team, like 2 or 3 games. This is not good for your team. You should consider a lot of things like 15 match or 10 match. That's a good idea to be in your team, and it can also happen when other player long-term injury of that team. You can see that. Last season when Robertson was injured, Simicas get a lot of time. So you should aware of this, that if any player got long-term injury, then you can get some bargain player from this. And this is a very good strategy for your team. The fourth strategy is the captain strategy, and your captain should be safe. You should go for a safe captain who is very good. A premium option is a very good option for captaincy. And if you got confused about the captain, that two player has very good fixture, and then you should consider the home match. The player who playing home match, you should consider him, and don't gamble in captain. It's very bad because gamble can give you some point in 1 out of 10, but 9 times you failed, so you shouldn't gamble in your captain. The fifth strategy should be, you should use your eyes test. If you are watching match, and also should look at the statistics. You shouldn't depend only on eye test or statistics. You should depend on both, and this is a very good thing. And in selecting your team, you should go for a player who gives you point, not who are playing well, like Kante from Chelsea playing very well, but he's not a good point gainer for FPL, and you should avoid this kind of player. The sixth the sixth strategy is hit strategy, and you shouldn't hit every week for the sake of your team, but you should be bold enough to take hit. If there is a player who is performing very well and his fixture looks good and he can be very good captaincy option after next week, then you can take -4. I think -4 is okay, but -8 or -12 is not okay, and you shouldn't consider the hype player for your team, and you shouldn't frustrate on the player of your team. Like a player is performing bad in 1 or 2 game week, then you transfer him out. This is not the strategy. You should remember why you transfer him out, and that's a very essential strategy for your team. The seventh one is interesting, and you should stay with FPL STAR. And in this channel, you can get some FPL update every week, what the player is doing, what is their performance, what their fixture is, and what is their news, team news. You can get all these things, and you will get some analysis and tips how to get well in FPL. And also, you should have subscribed this channel now, and that's very good for your team to perform well. And the eighth strategy is you should look at the preseason match, but don't give too much emphasis, because in preseason the bench player playing a lot of match, so you shouldn't consider preseason at all. But you should look at the formation, what the formation is playing, what the coach is preferred in their preferred formation, and this should be in your range. Like Chelsea now playing a back 3 formation, so you can consider to wing back from Chelsea, and that's a very good thing. You should get formation information from the preseason match, like what Leicester formation is, back 4 or back 5, where the player is playing like wing or forward option. You can get all these things, and also get the player fitness report. If a player is injured or not, you can get it from preseason match. The ninth essential strategy is your transfer priorities, and it should be the player which is injured in your team, you first sell him. If he is injured for a long time, your first priority should be sell him, and then other thing, then your plan transfer. You're planning a transfer for week and week, but a player is injured in your team, so you shouldn't go for the plan transfer. You should first get rid of the injured player, because his value will decrease. So this is the strategy. And if you have no plan transfer, your team is performing well, then you are losing one of your transfer option, then you should upgrade your bench. Like 4 million player is not performing well or not playing minutes, you should then upgrade your bench. And don't sell a price jump player. It means that a player price is risen 0.6 million within 5 weeks, and you are transferring him out for your team like 1 game week. So it's not a very good idea to sell price jump player. The last strategy is team building, and you should also team building with news, update news, and you should always aware of the news, or before deadline you should transfer your team and you will get all the news. And when building your team, you should first transfer in big hitter like your premier option, Salah, Alexander-Arnold. You should consider them first, then you are feeling other spot on in your team. And you also should consider the penalty taker for your team, because they are giving you point a lot of times. So it's a very good idea to get a penalty taker in your team. If 2 players are performing same, then go for the penalty taker. And some out of position player, like who is categorized as a midfielder but playing as a forward, he's a very good option, then you can go for it. Last season or last season previous, there is Dallas, who is categorized as a defender, but he's performing at an attacking midfielder, so he was a very good option at that time. So you should consider this, and these are the 10 strategy. I think this will help you. And if you enjoy this video, please like this video, and if you are new in this channel, please subscribe this channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Happy fantasy, good luck for your team.